This shit has to stop.
Yes.
I've been, you know, trying to withhold my thoughts uh on what happened in Atlanta on social media. Like I've noticed it, but I've tried not to sound off on it until tonight. But this this stuff has to absolutely stop because at this point it's starting to become a cycle to excuse white people for committing heinous crimes,
Terrorism.
and it's getting absolutely ridiculous. I don't have any stronger um adjectives to describe it. It's just because it's happening so often that we're just burnt out from it, and it's like, at what point will you make an example out of the people that do shit like this, and to set a precedent, a positive precedent? Because it's the same thing. White person commits heinous crime, and then they're given, some type of empathy, as if they deserve it. He was a lone wolf, or he had a
He had a
bad.
really bad day.
That
He
has
was
got to
a
be.
troubled child.
It's as if they don't even have to try anymore for an excuse, and
They don't.
they'll give they'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Foreshadowing. Um, it just absolutely, infuriates me that you can at this point point out the pattern, because after they give their whole scapegoat excuse, now the media is digging up facts about him to make him seem like he's a pretty good guy. Maybe he did just have a bad day, in which black people, Spanish
We,
people,
we've been having a bad day for over 400 years.
indigenous people, they wouldn't even get that damn benefit of the doubt, because they wouldn't have even made it to that, to be asked that question. Why did you do it? Because they'd have been shot. So it just feels audacious for them to, give some BS excuse like that, when if, a black person did it, he wasn't, making it out of that situation alive. That's the bottom line of that. And it absolutely bothers me that people try to defend that and claim it as some type of theory, or throw some type of straw man up, or this, that, and the third, just anything to completely dismiss what's being shown right in front of you. I I wholeheartedly believe that this is a hate crime, for the simple fact that, first and foremost, and I'm getting to the root here. This was a dude that was uh, brought up with strict Christian values, and was pretty much told that sex is impure, and pretty much developed a sex addiction for the most part, a fetish, if you will. And this led to a murderous rage. That's what it all boils down to. And to shoot up multiple nail salons, claiming, how many was it, 6 or 8? 8 lives. Yeah. Oh, those are, 8 families affected. You know, whose day is worse? The person above ground or the person that's got to be below it now?
To quote the movie Scarface,
But
every day above ground.
is a good one. Yep. And you don't think of that because they're not white. That's what it all boils down to. Like, you're an afterthought in this country, man, if you're not white. And that's the problem in this country. And the worst part about it is white people don't want to take that accountability that that's what's going on here. They want to act like, they're also disenfranchised. No, not, you're not. All right. For the few Black people that are rich and famous, there are the few poor trailer park trash.
For every one rich Black person, there are at least 15 now. And that's just me going off the top of my head.
Now, I said last week, before this all even happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, and now last week's episode feels like a bit of foreshadowing. But these people have also been disenfranchised as well. And I know I've said before on this show that Asian people are, historically speaking, honorary white people. I also stand by that. But
I'd ease off that. Ease off that.
I'm not going to lean any further forward. I'm going to ease back to where I was. But these were also, set of disenfranchised people as well, because they were also put in internment camps. They were also discriminated against. And these people are trying to, make a living out of the American dream like we are, like Latins are, like the indigenous are. And for this to happen, it's just, man, I just wish I could come up with the words that to, completely describe the like anger that I feel, but I just simply can't, think of it, for the simple fact that they didn't deserve it. Like, they didn't deserve to die. And yet they're talking about how this dude had a bad day. Hey, it just absolutely blows my mind. The Asian community deserves better.
Okay.
Bottom line of it all, the Asian community deserves better.
If I had been on the show sooner, instead of what my banner is right now, it would be the price tag for George Floyd's life. If you recall, do you remember how much his life is being worth? How much his life is worth now?
How much?
$27 million.
I don't think that's enough. Man, it still ain't going back.
Yeah, because remember when they paid out to Breonna's family, and it basically says here, have like the whole state's budget in place of a conviction. And I can't, I'm discouraged to I'm disheartened to think about the amount of money. Oh man, like imagine like at one the two there are three possible scenarios for this hate crime for this terrorism. One, we get a conviction, least likely to occur.
Least of likelies.
Second, second possible route, they pay out, which is I want to say 49%, 51, like because like let's say no 48%, 1% we get a conviction, 48% they pay out the 8 families for the terrorism, like for the lives lost.
All these families deserve justice. That that
And
that
of course, but here's my thing, like we
the chances are high. Well, when you think about it, chances are higher that they just may get justice because this isn't a police officer we're talking about. It's some random.
but well I'd like I'm skeptical because like the third option, because we bring up like the disenfranchising of like because these are older people that got murdered, what I'm saying, these aren't people our age or younger, these are like grown folk. Well, I don't even know their faces or stories, I've only seen their names, but like um my theory is that they may not even pay at all. We may not get either of what like they deserve, like recompense, like financial recompense and justice. They might not see anything, and I hate that my mind immediately goes to that. But that's just how cynical I've become. Y'all haven't seen me on the show in a while, and since then, like a lot of bad things have happened. Well, yeah, not to like I'm not trying not to make this to like the pain Olympics, but had a rough year. Um, Old man passed in January, and I've been like kind of reeling with that.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
sorry
like,
about that too, Doug. Man.
hey man, and I appreciate that, guys, seriously.
Absolutely.
And
We got your back, bro.
100%, like y'all reached out as soon as like I made it publicly known. And in addition to that, like, I'm 28 years old. I live on my phone. My phone's basically like going the way of a dinosaur. My internal storage is all fucked up. So now I'm not on like the socials as much as y'all usually see me. But I have been spending a lot of time on Twitter. And because of that, I'm seeing a lot of like facts and figures. And if you manipulate it right, you can get into a very um great space on TikTok where people from all like different like career paths like spill the tea on everything. And I saw a TikTok on how like older Asian folk in New York be living. Like they be living in fucking shanty houses, like tiny, like rooms tinier than this one to live and sleep in, like paying like day wages to live there and shit. And I've seen the stats, and it's just like extremely deplorable. And I hate that like such terrorism is the only way we would have learned any of this shit, because we 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 talk all the time about how awful, how hard it is to be like a person of color, to be a woman of color, to be a queer woman of color, especially especially for Black women. And in addition to that, imagine being Asian and like any of those three: disabled, AFAB, queer, and being in the sex industry, being in like working in servitude. Because when we like we immediately presume that if like we're sending like our sisters, our aunts, our mothers, like our romantic partners to the nail salon, who's working there? You know what I'm saying? That we make that assumption. And how quickly do we like disregard those type of like workers and shit? And so I'll be very interested in seeing how that changes. In addition to the fact that it's being speculated that the terrorist, the 21-year-old terrorist, mind you, made the purchase for the murder weapon that same day. Make of that what you will. I recall a young man. I'm not going to say his name because, like, well, actually, I will. You remember, like, the case of Tamir Rice, right?
Yeah.
Following Lil Baby's performance on the Grammys, y'all may have heard about this. There were speeches in the performance from Tamika Mallory, Tamika Mallory, and Killer Mike. And after that performance, Tamir Rice's mom is like, I'm so fucking sick of these like ambulance chasing lawyers and like speakers from Black Lives Matter making millions of dollars off the name of my son, like off like the death of my son. Because loads of money's been raised by these organizations speaking on our behalf, and they never see a dollar. Like there are people in positions of power that claim Black Lives Matter, that like represent that organization, that eat off the plate of like these crimes, and the families that are victimized never see a fucking dollar. You know what I'm saying? There's a hashtag right now going around saying like, I stand with the mothers, because there are people in positions of power that claim that the victims of these fucking hate crimes are part of the media trying to like decry these spokespeople, the fucking Sean Kings and folks like him. You know what I'm saying? And we've had conversations about that fucking guy, how he speaks in our behalf, and we never see the money. Where the fuck is it going? You know what I'm saying? Because like,
Well, if you follow the right people like I do, you saw the jig on Sean King very early.
yeah, but he's still, but the problem is he's still out here acting on our behalf. You know what I'm saying? And so like,
makes attempts. It's like a back and forth of him making the attempts, people exposing him. He goes into hiding. It's a cycle.
we got to get him the fuck out of here. And
Yeah.
seriously. And so man, like I'm keeping a very close eye on what's going on with this like recent bout of terrorism, the kind of conversations that people in these spaces, people from Asian descent, like across the whole diaspora, or like across the entire continent of Eurasia, like just like holding the mic of this conversation. I'm eager to learn more about the cultures we would never even learn about in fucking high school. Like, do you think we'd have any sort of like course about Myanmar or fucking Vietnam? We have no idea what the fuck went down over there. We don't.
We glossed over Vietnam in school. Vietnam
if at all.
Dude, dead ass. I like from time to time, I'll sit on Netflix and I'll watch, the Netflix documentaries about all that happened in these wars. I'll watch YouTube videos about all that happened in like, history. I'm a bit of a history buff. Like I like, watch it, like looking at old shit for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? That's why like I have a, vast knowledge of the past for the most part. And that's why I'm cynical right now, because it's just watching history essentially repeat itself. So
it's a flat circle. Time is a flat circle.
So it gets frustrating after a fucking while. Yeah, it's just a different age, more progressive society, but the same shit's happening. Why? How? You know what I'm saying? Like it just absolutely baffles me. So with that being said, and another thing, in regards to what you were saying, with Tamir Rice's mother, that's why these people think that Black Lives Matter is an organization and not a movement.
It's both.
No.
It's both, though. It really is, though. Literally.
It's supposed to be a fucking movement.
It is. And it is.
People have made it into an organization, and that's wrong.
I think about because like I'll say these two things and I'll shut up. It's like I think about Me Too and how the fact that it was started by a Black woman, like just the overall, like the hashtag in the movement started by a Black woman. She got railroaded, you know what I'm saying? Like got ignored, the person that she made. And then a friend of mine, a very well-read friend of mine from in Rockville actually, mentioned to me that one of the first organizers to like get Black Lives Matter on a major platform was up for, I think, a Pulitzer Peace Prize. And I was like, who are these people? I want to know who they are, because I feel frustrated that I don't know their names first, instead of like Like I don't appreciate how like the media just like shifted all their cameras on people like DeRay McKinnison and Sean King when I should have been focused on like these on the ground organizers getting beaten in the head by batons, like fucking pepper sprayed and shit. Because that's the kind of people I follow on Twitter now, like the journalists on the ground following all these protests, covering a myriad of issues in our country,
Actually
and
covering
the folks with the fucking degrees.
Yeah.
Like though, like I was so angry that like why did I not know about these people from the fucking jump? That's why I'm like it takes me back to where I was in 2016 when I didn't know shit about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you, like, because I didn't have a chance to discuss this either with y'all when it happened, but like when the Ted Cruz shit happened, like we were like clowning him in the fucking like replies and shit. It made me so happy to know that AOC was just like, oh, I could raise $1 million easy, and I'm getting on a plane and going to Texas tomorrow because it's like it's so like
We love to see it.
Yeah, it's like
It's the bottom line of that.
100% because like that's not her jurisdiction in any way, shape, or form. But like the rest of us, she's online every single fucking day. And when you're in those kind of positions, you can make like 2, 3, 4 fucking phone calls and shit gets done because we want to get things done. You know, like that at the heart of it, like there's a group out here in Philadelphia of Black doctors giving motherfuckers the vaccine that want the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, like y'all want this shit? Oh, we gonna get it and we're gonna come to you. Like we'll be here, and here. I'm like, come on, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to get my first one hopefully very soon. I'm expecting to get like my marching orders tomorrow. Because like I'm probably gonna be in this business for the foreseeable future. As much as I don't like it, it's just like I need to keep that money coming. Because my partner walks dogs, only had one client, and that dog is gonna die this Monday.
Damn.
He's 12 years old. He's a very beautiful boy, but he can barely walk. You know what I'm saying? And like his owner's a vet, and she's been like holding out hope for a year, it seems like. And like she called Sarah's phone, and we listened to like this doctor like bare her soul to my partner about how appreciative she's been of Sarah taking care of the dog. And like I've hung out with them a couple of times when like they go for the walks. Like this man takes 5 steps and just stands there because that's how little he's got left in the tank.
Damn.
And it's like he looks up, bro. Like he's trying his like we coax him up the stairs because like he can't get up the stairs, but like he'll put his whole body into getting up one stair.
Like,
yes.
Meanwhile, I was like, shut up, I'm trying.
Bro, man, like I feel that in my soul. So like once that income source dries up, I gotta really just like put my body on the train tracks. And one day because like even before like because I'm sidelined because of the COVID, for those who don't know. And I feel like the more this shit happens, because I'm a key player at my job, I'm like customer service, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of the few like cross-pollinated employees on my job. At one point, like people like me will not be enough. Like the company that I work for, they behave as if the coronavirus never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't shift. We never shifted to like embrace the changes in people's lives. Like we don't even, quiet is kept, we don't even like enforce the mask rule. If we like offer it to a customer and they say no, we can't do anything about it.
That's concerning. That's probably why
your CEO is Black.
Yeah. Also, with that being said, they might want to start, putting up something around town, gaining more clientele, because they ain't gonna have no clientele in a minute.
Like we were chilling in the bedroom. We were chilling in the bedroom, and they were working on like on a Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and listen, because these vaccines are going out, these white folks that have gentrified Philadelphia, they're about to be wilding out. And so they're gonna need somebody to watch their pooches. And Sarah's like, hey, my time has come.
Yeah. They said, let's go.
Give me the gentrifier dollars. I would give them to the Bail Projects.
They said, "Playboy, it's time." But to wrap up the opener, if you didn't like Black Lives Matter, and oh boy, let me tell you something about Asian lives, they matter too.
Stop white terrorism. Stop white supremacy. That's the kind of time we're on. Man, cyberbully your fucking representatives, y'all. Like, you see how we did
Bro,
Ted. You
just
see
start
how
going
we
to
did
fucking
Ted.
representatives, like full stop. The way y'all like cyberbully motherfuckers on Twitter for just saying dumb shit in general, just start cyberbullying representatives and senators, and just the motherfuckers that deserve it at this point. Because and like if we gotta cyberbully our asses off in order to make a change, so fucking be it. I'm over it. I'm so over it. I know we were on the anti-bullying campaign, a few years back, but it might be time to bring back bullying. Okay.
Larry Hogan, you will not it's quiet for you. You will not be the governor for very much longer. Like, your days are numbered. Opening the state, you dumbass.
At this point,
The world is watching.
At this point, it's becoming relatively obvious that
This shit is not sustainable.
America just really doesn't give a shit. And speaking as a part minority, as African Americans, I have Asian friends that hit me to the struggles of Asian culture and the same type of discriminatory and derogatory things that have taken place, which I myself have been a part of, going into nail salons and making fun of how they speak and their culture and the things that they do. And my friend would always tell me, how would you feel if a group of us came into a hair salon and made fun of how you guys
have barbershops,
have barbershops and things like that? How would you feel? And you're making that just seem like routine. And America has been making discrimination and bigotry routine for far too long. So, and with that, us being history buffs, because I also enjoy documentaries and old things like that, whenever change came, laws were broken and shit got serious and real. The only difference is nowadays we don't do our fighting in the streets. It still happens, but majority of it is online now, social media. And ask Dan Snyder how they come at his neck on social media and fucked up his whole brand and changed he had to make that change immediately once them coins got affected.
Yo, hold on. Yo, I'm glad you mentioned I just remembered something that I had to sneak this before we moved on. There's this prominent Asian focused label out here called 88 Rising. And it's quiet for them because when all this shit really hit the feed, they did the worst thing possible. I want to remind y'all, 88 Rising, their representatives, their artists are by default Asian. That's their focus, you know what I'm saying? Across the diaspora, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese, you know what I'm saying? The label CEO, he's Asian himself. He posted a yellow square in solidarity of the terrorism that happened in Atlanta. And my boy, when I tell you he got lit up, Now, a lot of the artists on this label are very talented, and you form a label like this to bring more prominence to these younger momentum building artists. And by doing something like that, you've tainted the brand. And stupid ass motherfuckers, these white folks are gonna see that shit and be like, oh, is that what we're doing now? Because remember, like, we were clowning all these motherfuckers posting the black square. But man, if I hear that any of you motherfuckers posted a yellow fucking square on your socials to show solidarity, run the fade. This is coming from a non-fighting ass motherfucker. Like, if I hear any of you motherfuckers posted a yellow fucking square, I'm beating the shit out of you. You and your daddy and your brother, like, you're all getting these hands, because, like, I can't. Like, Sarah was telling me, like, we're sitting in the house, like, why the fuck are, like, the people who, like, make the signs for, like, all the corner stores across, like, the East Coast, these Asian, like, food spots, why the fuck are all the signs yellow? Who the fuck decided that was a thing? Because that in and of itself is kind of like, it's kind of yikes.
Yeah.
It's mad yikes. Who the fuck decided that would be the thing?
Huh.
That shit's got to fucking stop.
I never even thought of that.
Literally, like, I didn't think about this fucking shit. And my partner's just like, think about it, bro.
Like the stores around here, they're, you know, they're changing their signs, and, you know, in the spirit of gentrification. That's the irony of it all. And it's like, you know, just, you know, the solid letter signs. There's no, you know, background. Man, we live in a crazy country, bro.
We gotta change this shit, bro. We cannot wait for these fuckers to die out. We gotta change this shit like today.
Yeah, well, we're trying our damnedest, but like it all comes back to what I said last week. You know, we want to change as a society, but deep down inside, we don't really want to change. Like, in our subconscious, we don't want to change, because, like, anytime some do better does come our way, we complain and bitch about it one way or another, and it just doesn't help, you know. So, like, it's a constant battle that we're going back and forth with as a country, and I don't know. We'll see who wins, I guess.
Here, one last thing. Like, if you're confused, you don't know where to start. Like, like if there's somebody out there watching, like, what the fuck am I supposed to fucking do about this? Like, this wave of Asian, like, bigotry and racism and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's an easy solution. Shut up, open your ears, and open your wallet. And you can do at least two of those things. Now, if you ain't got no bread, that's fine. Most of us don't, but you can listen. And, like, by listening, you know what I'm saying, taking notes, like retweeting, reblogging, sharing verified information about what's happening to us in the world around us. When you hear that shit, like, around the breakfast table, at work, you can be like, that's not correct. This is verified information that I've been listening to that you need to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's all you have to fucking do, is, like, you hear that fucking bullshit, you're like, nah, cut that shit out. That's the shit that got those people fucking killed. And if they won't hear you, at least you fucking tried. Like, at least if you know in your heart of hearts and in your brain, you're hearing correct information that's been verified by these fucking experts that are on the internet just like you. Like, that's all you fucking need. Because if you're taking in correct information, when this shit all goes belly up, you won't be scared for your life, because you've been paying fucking attention. Like, you can only bury your head in the sand for so long with pornography, like junky ass food and video games and TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point you're gonna, like, get overloaded, and, like, what will you have then? And, like, I'm not saying that you should enjoy those things, because, like, by all means, we live in fucking America, but like there are loads of strategies to, like, combat this bullshit. And I want to try and remain optimistic with the way that things could go, but, like, I mean, before we fall into the, like, circle of this depressing shit, like, there are solutions. If you want the solutions, if you're interested in the solutions, they will appear in front of you. Don't be alarmed. Don't be confused. Just shut up for a minute and listen to the Gorilla Gang podcast.
With that being said, we're like 30 minutes into the episode already, but fucking live via satellite. It is Gorilla Gang Podcast. I am Carlos Crawford, alongside with me, my partner, Kenny Whitaker, alongside with us, our favorite third of this show, Christopher Owens.
Yes, indeed.
Christopher sent us something funny on Twitter. We're going to take a look at it.
Let's look at this shit right now.
Yes, now's the time to view. So after we have gotten these,
Speaking of that Susio shit,
out of the way, I honestly am intrigued. I enjoy surprises. Let's see what's going down.
Bestowed upon us. A queen bestowed upon us a gift from the heavens.
That's a married woman, Ducky. You're wild.
Right, you're wild.
First of all, nigga. Sierra posted it for the world to see. She wants to let these motherfuckers know I'm out here shining on the green. I'm about to get the surface ace. And we love to see it.
Game, set, match, Sierra Wilson.
We're not talking about tennis the whole pre-show. And I'm scrolling and I'm like, yo, Sierra did it again. She don't lose, man. She win every time.
Fair enough.
Yo, remember those rumors about Sierra in middle school?
I don't want to remember that.
No.
I don't even know how.
Dead that.
Because everyone knew that rumor.
Dead that shit. We're not having that conversation. Fuck that shit.
At any rate, this episode is going to end as uncomfortably as it started. But first,
Jesus Christ. I only brought that up because I always had a crush on Sierra, and I never admitted that. That's the only reason why I brought it.
Well, here's what I'm going to say about Sierra. We need to change the lyrics to 1-2 step because of that one particular that one particular phrase that is like just been since then outdated. That one that comes before top charted, if you catch my drift.
I don't even remember the lyrics of that fucking song.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Look them up and you'll know exactly what I'm saying. And it's like that probably needs to be just it's on the second verse, and it's just like a certain term that is just like we've been told not to use since middle school.
Oh,
yeah, that for some reason isn't edited.
Oh, the R word. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And frankly, can we just have the conversation?
Why am I still off?
Well, why you're getting caught up? Like, rest in peace.
Why are you getting caught up?
No, straight up. Like, no disrespect. Like, rest in peace to Pop Smoke. But welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Like, why did we let that shit fly, man? New York niggas are different. Yeah. Tri-state niggas are different.
That's why we let that shit slide. Now, you just answered your question after you asked it.
Like in Philadelphia, they be saying that shit on the regular, and I'm just like, holy fuck, I lived in a bubble.
Yeah.
I'm so sheltered.
Yeah. It's a problematic word. I have deleted it from my vocabulary over the years. So, yeah. If you've seen... I've also deleted other words from my vocabulary over the years.
Right, let me tell you.
Since we bringing up songs that use that word,
like episode 7,
Black Eyed Peas.
Did that. There's a reason. Dead that. All I'll say is, like, if you see my Taylor Swift podcast with my partner, my good friend Lil Loaf, who is an English teacher for middle school students, right. We were Lil Loaf came to to Philadelphia because our mutual friend is a comedian, and one of like the black lady comedians, she was killing her set, but then she dropped the R word, and Lil Loaf's face just went stone sour because she's very strict with her kids about like the kind of like language that they use in the classroom and how it'll affect their lives when they become adults. Very responsible, but she's drinking, she's having a great time, she's laughing. She hears it one time, she's ready to go home. And I'm just like, and we're in the front row.
Damn. See, one word can just completely ruin the set for you. Like,
words are meaningless and forgettable. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed was here In my arms, words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm.
Huh.
Excelsior.
Depeche Mode, baby.
All right. Well, Pin Count brought to you by.
Like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I'm just assuming you didn't really have a real sponsor, so I just said that. I could have.
I don't have a real sponsor. Actually, I can't think of it because we did Kiki.
Yo, okay.
Well, we're doing Kiki and Co desserts this week again because I made my order and I got a liquor bomb. That's right.
Yo, just pick like it's International Women's Month. Oh no, it's Women's History Month. So just pick a brand that's spearheaded by a woman. Like buy some shit. Okay. Buy a fucking book. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, do that. I'm with that. That works.
Support a lady author. Bomb.
Woman's black.
Yeah.
Bro, we got some Susio niggas on this, bro. Put some buy your favorite adult actress like something on her wish list. You know what I'm saying?
Brought to you by Brazzers. No.
Buy Shorty some shoes. Come on now.
You're out of control, sir.
Speaking of that, I saw what you posted on Facebook, Lowe's.
And the stars are starting to align, Kenny. It might be about that time. It just might be for episode 135.
Oh really?
Really?
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
Maybe we should.
Hold on, I'm gonna put this in the motherfucking chat. Hang on.
Because it's a bracket of one gotta goes of what I posted.
Yes, I know.
Hey, how recently did he post the shit? I'm about to go peep.
I think that was like one of the last posts he put.
Oh shit! I'm gonna check this shit right now. I'm on his feed.
His answer pissed me off.
I'm on his feed, bro. I'm
shit. But the consensus agreed.
Hold on.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scroll down.
Have you seen her now?
It's just one gotta go. That's all you gotta see. Yeah. It might be.
There's 11 comments here. Yo. Hold on.
All of them agreeing with me. All of them agreeing with me, Ducky.
No.
Who disagreed?
The first one did not agree with you.
Oh. That's different.
Oh yeah, it's different.
Very different.
Okay. All right. Let me snitch on myself real quick.
I had to convince her otherwise.
Let me snitch on myself real quick, bro. Like I came into the game very late. And so at this point in my tenure as the Susio Secretary of State, only like one of these actresses is in my collage, if you will. So I'm just gonna say right here on the show, like, all can go, Pinky must stay. I have made my decision.
Listen.
My fucking guy.
If I'm making my decision,
Pinky be praised. Amen.
If I'm making my decision of who to go, my decision is Roxy.
Yes.
My decision is Roxy. Roxy does.
You know what? Roxy can go.
Yo, quick joke. I saw the Grammys. Live tweeted the Grammys. First performer of the night was Harry Styles from One Direction, performing his smash hit "Watermelon Sugar," which is about eating pussy. So I had to get in the comments, and guess what? I tweeted my first tweet of the Grammys. It was to DJ Khaled, and I said, "Real kings eat watermelon."
Hey, did he block you?
Doug.
I'm hoping.
I'm hoping.
What's up, Lowe's?
Bro, you, sir, are wild.
Listen, man, I'm Team Tyler. Listen, man, he came from my boy Tyler, so it's on site for DJ Khaled. Much love for my King Assad, though, man.
Assad, I love you.
Lion.
All right. At any rate, damn, what were we just talking about before we talk? You brought up that
We took a turn.
Pink count.
right. Number one. Hey, I said number one. Whoops.
Damn Xbox.
Let's start off with wrestling, right? MJF really played Inner Circle like a fiddle. Woo, boy, oh boy. I'm glad to see that storyline finally pay off. Ducky, to bring you up to speed on AEW, right? The Inner Circle, which consists of a team called Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz. Damn, I forgot who else is on that team that fast. All right. Jake Hagar, you formerly know him as Jack Swagger in WWE.
I know that name, yeah.
Yes, the people. That was it.
That guy. Sammy Guevara, who's this, babyface guy. And the leader of the group, Chris Jericho.
Oh shit.
The Ayatollah of rock and roll.
Right.
And as I recall, because I've only seen like video essays about MJF. He's like the GOAT. He's like the heel of like the heel of the brand, correct?
Probably in all of wrestling.
Probably
like amazing.
This guy is the worst, and it is terrific heel work. And he even sells it like on Twitter, all that. Like he lives that gimmick. Now, him and Chris Jericho had like started to become like kind of frenemies a little bit. Then they started to become like they started to actually start hanging out and such. And then finally, Chris Jericho offers MJF to join the Inner Circle, which MJF joins the Inner Circle. Him and his butler or servant or his manager, I guess, Wardlow. Man, hey, let me tell you something about my Wardawg. I love Wardlow. Solid, boy. I'm talking about he like 6'8", 279, 280 pounds. I'm talking about like and he does the F5 too. All right. Literally, if you played SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, he does F5 number 2. That's the animation. You get the point. So
I do.
Yeah. So MJF and Wardlow joined in, right? And there had been, constant, MJF screwing with Sammy Guevara, right? Because, MJF just likes fucking with people.
It's his thing.
It gets to a point where Sammy Guevara like wants him out, but nobody else wants him out. So he pretty much like, all right, fine, I'll deal with it. But if any weird mishaps happen again, I'm out. Which it does. He ends up leaving the group. And then he sets a camera inside their locker room or whatever, right? And the camera catches MJF pretty much confirming the, what Sammy Guevara was claiming that MJF was coming to do. So, Proud and Powerful and Jake Hagar, they're, sitting in the office. MJF comes in. He's like, all right, so tonight's the night. We finally turn on Jericho. You guys ready? And they all pound it. And then when Sammy Guevara shows Jericho the video on the screen, Jericho turns back to MJF. He goes, well, I didn't want you to find out like this, but get them, boys. So Proud and Powerful and Hagar, they go, they step up to Jericho, and then they turn back around to MJF, right? So finally, Chris Jericho fires MJF out of the Inner Circle, and they're getting ready to jump MJF. He was like, I never wanted to take I never wanted to steal your circle, because I was making one of my own. And next thing you know, the lights go out. And when the lights come back on, this group FTR and Tully fucking Blanchard is their manager. So this dude, Sean Spears, he is a part of Base World. Base World goes crazy. And my Wardawg, they pull up and just beat the absolute dog shit out of the Inner Circle. And yeah. And there's your payoff. I mean,
soap opera.
Once again,
wrestling.
Once again, I would like to say, I told you so.
You love saying that shit.
Meanwhile,
I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually do. When I actually see it, and I try, because I love Carlos to death. Like, that's my brother from another mother. I
mutual.
thank the stars above for the day we met. He's a solid brother. Love him to the death. But he doesn't listen to me. When it comes to wrestling, he doesn't listen to me. And sometimes he thinks I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm trying to.
Hold on, let me put some in the chat.
It's not the fact that I don't know what you. I don't act like you don't know what you be talking about. I don't know if you be serious or not half the time. Cause your taste be scorching sometimes, and it made me go, "You're joking, right?"
Fan the flames.
Yeah.
But what do I do when I'm not joking? I look at you and I say, because normally we're on FaceTime, I look at you and say, I am not. I'm serious.
My word.
My word.
However, meanwhile, on the back end of that episode of AEW, Ducky, we got what was called a lights out match.
Oh no.
Oh, you've heard of the lights out match. Yeah, something like that, but not really. Now,
hilarious.
lights out match. They call it a lights out match because they officially end the episode of AEW Dynamite, right?
Okay.
However, it's like the last 15, 20 minutes or so of the show. I mean, of the block. And so they'll end AEW Dynamite and give that last 15, 20 minutes for this unsanctioned, no holds barred match.
Fuck.
Right?
I love how Duck just reacts to everything.
Yeah, right. I love it too. That's we are, because his reaction to everything is just awesome. I love it because
He's fucking bonkers.
He makes me feel like, as I'm saying it, he's the audience member watching, as like the live response is like, I bet. Like, all right.
I'm seeing this shit in my head. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this is some Mortal Kombat shit, bro. Fuck.
Man, it's wild. Oh boy. Oh, you think it's Mortal Kombat shit now? Well, let me tell you something about this match. So yeah. But it's still on the air. It's still essentially the show. However,
not really.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, those credentials are legitimate.
Wow.
Versus Thunder Rosa. All right.
Cool.
Hey, is she like the big lady?
No.
That's Nyla Rose.
No, Nyla Rose. Nyla
I seen some of her clips. I'm like, God damn, bro.
I
She be
love
out
Nyla
here,
Rose.
bro. She be out here.
First, I drop that.
All right.
I don't know where you dropped that, honestly.
Where'd I drop that, Duck?
Right when I got the two wrestlers confused.
All right. Yeah. Nyla Rose. She is the larger one.
I follow her. Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, I follow her.
Yeah.
I fucks with Nyla Rose heavy. First female trans wrestler. She's from the area.
DMV gang, motherfucker. Let's fucking go.
That I fucks with Nyla Rose heavy.
Come to the pod.
Dead ass. I definitely.
We gotta hit the management with that shit. Like, hey, like, bless us, please. Bless us. Bless me, Altiva.
I respect Nyla Rose for what she's done and what she's doing. I don't necessarily as a wrestler, only because I just don't like. I like Rio, so they always try to pit her against Rio.
Fair enough.
That's your bias. Got it.
In that rivalry, you prefer Rio over Nyla Rose. I understand.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. I prefer Nyla over Rio. I like Rio, but I like Nyla better.
I like Rio because she's like 98 pounds soaking wet, and she just goes crazy.
Yeah, sure. Nah. You know who's about to be my new favorite?
Who?
Maki Ito.
Oh, yeah, she's
my God, she is a menace. Oh my!
Who is that? Look that up real quick. Who's that?
Before I can tell you about this match, right?
Do that.
Right? She was first she's an indie wrestler, but she first was introduced on the AEW recently, and it was a match between Britt Baker
and Thunder. No, was it Thunder Rosa? Was she teaming with Thunder Rosa?
No, Britt Baker was against Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
It was versus Thunder Rosa and two other people. I forget who the two other people was. But it was Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, and Maki Ito on one team. so Britt Baker come out or whatever with Rebel, not Reba, and and she's like, I got a surprise, partner or whatever, right? So Maki Ito come out. And her entrance is her performing her song, right?
She's a J-pop artist, right?
Yeah.
So she performed her song and shit, right? And everybody get the record, right? So everybody record while she performing the song. At this point, the music stopped, and she at this point surveyed the situation, but she keeps performing her song.
Bless her. What an angel. God bless her.
Oh my, yeah, I'm a fan. I recently saw a GIF of her opening the door yelling "Surprise, motherfucker!" to the Dark Order. I'm like, yeah, I'm a Maki Ito fan officially.
Bro, we flying overseas to see her matches, bro. We gonna fly to see the match. We gonna fly to see the concert. It's a wrap.
It's like I've heard a lot about her from Deadlock podcast because it's a wrestling podcast.
Yeah,
and one of the dudes on the show, they're huge Joshi wrestler fan. And she's a Joshi, indie wrestler.
Yeah.
And he's always made a big fuss about it. So I was like, once I heard the name, I was like, yeah, I've heard this name before. Who is this? And then once I watched that, I was like, all right, I'm in. Sign me up. However, it wasn't about them. Dr. Baker and Thunder Rosa tore the house down. Bro. I'm talking about Thunder Rosa hit Dr. Baker with a ladder, and Dr. Baker started leaking. I'm talking about this wasn't no WWE cut, and they just started leaking on their face like that there. I'm talking about that joke was like the blood was kind of thin, so it was like it looked a little watery coming off the side. Oh man. Thunder Rosa started leaking at one point. Bro, it was a brutal match. Like Thunder Rosa hit Dr. Baker with the Death Valley drop from off the turnbuckle into some tables. Dr. Baker tried to put Thunder Rosa in her finisher, the lockjaw, which is essentially the rings of Saturn, which you get them like this, get them by the arm.
Rings of Saturn.
Does a mandible claw along with the rings of Saturn. Well, Thunder Rosa blocked that or whatever, and when she was like, "Fuck it, mask off," tells Reba, not Reba, to grab this bag for her real quick. She grabbed the bag. It's thumbtacks. That's right, Ducky. We're getting thumbtacks involved.
Not this shit again. I fucking swore after that Mankind match, never again. Never again. I just saw the fucking clip of that match, and I'm like, I am too young to be this fucking traumatized. No.
I like to think that Mankind and Hell in a Cell matches made me the man I am today.
How they utilize these thumbtacks is genius. Cause listen, Britt Baker tried to
this is not fucking ECW. What the fuck?
Oh,
might as well be.
Might as well be. It has its elements. So Dr. Baker tried to like powerbomb Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa, oh no, she reversed the jump and slams Dr. Baker into the thumbtacks. All right. So now Dr. Baker has just a shit ton of thumbtacks all over her back, right? Well, Thunder Rosa goes for the pin. Baker kicks out. And then Dr. Baker tries to put, she puts Thunder Rosa in the lockjaw, I believe. But then Thunder Rosa reversed by rolling backwards, thus causing Dr. Baker to roll backwards into more thumbtacks. Bro, this finish was amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Thunder Rosa won it.
I'm so happy that you are watching more and more AEW.
Bro,
I'm very excited.
AEW was so good this week. I kind of forgot what happened on NXT.
I'm very excited about this. I gotta sit up. I have to sit up. I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited.
Jordan Devlin is now in the States. So now the cruiserweight champion guy has to deal with the actual cruiserweight champion now, because Jordan Devlin was just unable to perform in America, therefore couldn't defend his cruiserweight championship.
Is he the dude from like Ireland or some shit?
Yes.
Oh, that fucker from the Japanese circuit, right?
Correct.
Oh, I saw a fucking video essay about I didn't know who the Bullet Club was, so I thought like this
No. That's Finn Balor.
Okay.
Yeah, but I say that's
I got the confused. Only 20 points the same.
He's NXT champ.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Again.
I wish they put him in the. I wish they put him in the main roster. It's prime for him now. But again, I don't know what I'm talking about.
What to do with him on the main roster? They know what to do with him on NXT.
I know what to do with him. Put him against Roman. Let him get his rematch.
And how's that going to pan out, Kenny? Not with Finn winning. That's how it's going to pan out. Why? Because Roman Reigns has created control over his gimmick.
Let Finn win it, or put him against who's the Universal Champion now? Bobby Lashley.
You doing all this wishful thinking and shit. Again,
listen, I'm just excited. Listen, I'm just excited that I once again get to say, "I told you so" about AEW. Because from the jump,
yeah, it's a fair point. But other than that, Loomis beat the shit out of Austin Theory. That was kind of funny because Loomis is an absolute creep, and I love it. Dexter Loomis is like one of those horror movie stalkers.
Oh.
That's his gimmick. He doesn't say anything, and he just has this like stone look, like
Nope.
all the time.
Nope.
And then he got that creepy he got the creepy mustache too, the bushy mustache. Yeah.
Oh, is he like the big brother?
It's all
He's like the white man, right?
With the arm tattoos.
I dare say,
With the like Gordon Hayward haircut and shit.
Believe it or not, I think that's the homie from there's this band I love called Every Time I Die. And one of their guitarists is like this big burly fucker. And there's this one clip of them playing a set, and a fan got on stage and tried to take a selfie with their lead vocalist during a song. So dude just kicks the fucking phone out of dude's hand without even missing a beat. I'm pretty sure that's the guy, because when he went to wrestling, he's like, hey, like, I'm gonna do this on the side now because like we ain't making no fucking money. And I'm just like, that's fucking sick. Hell yeah, I'd go to a fucking wrestling match if he's gonna be wrestling in it. I know that guy. I feel so it's like 12 degrees of separation. Fuck yeah.
That's amazing.
Every Time I Die, shout out to them. They're so good.
Might be right. You might not. But regardless, I love that story so much. We're gonna act like you're right. So but yeah, so so he's like one of those type of gimmicks.
It's the stare that did it for me. I'm like, wait, I know that stare. Where have I fucking seen that shit on my feed recently?
And it's absolutely awesome. However, that's kind of all that happened on Wednesday. Asuka is back from injury and now causing a tear. Yeah. That's fun. That's fun stuff.
I'm a fan.
Nia and Shayna, they're really at odds of losing their tag team championships to Sasha and Bianca. I don't know. Then Sasha and Bianca got to fight at WrestleMania. Like nothing makes sense. No, actually, Sasha's going to WrestleMania a double champion. That's what it's looking like.
Really?
Yeah. She's going to be one of 3 people to only do it.
I love it. And I love it.
I'm glad they're finally giving Sasha her damn flowers. It's about time. Like the thing about Sasha Banks was that she could always win a championship, but she sure as shit couldn't defend one. This is her first defense. That's the last
her legit run. Legit title run.
It's been an amazing run.
Again,
it's been a perfect run. You know what I'm saying?
I told you so. But I was just waiting for this one. Like Sasha was on this run for the longest time. Like at this point, I just want to see them give runs to people that have earned runs and not try to force runs down our throat.
Just give us what we want on a month-to-month basis.
Give us what we want. You know what we want.
I can work that in the storylines. That'll be all right.
Like, it just reminds me of like SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 when you're playing GM mode and like you're doing the rivalries and the rivalries just run sour and you just know when to break the rivalries off and make a new one.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I do that now. Like anytime I look at a rivalry on universe mode, if I'm not feeling that rivalry by a certain pay-per-view, I'm just like, all right, I'm over it. Like, who do I want to fight next? Or who do I want this guy to fight next? Who do I want Charlotte Flair to fight next? Who do I want to drop the title? Like, it's that's the one thing I love about universe mode is the closest we get to GMO so far. At any rate, number 2.
Last one for me, fellas. I got them dishes awaiting me.
I feel you on that. Steph Curry busted his ass, literally.
Breaking Joe Biden's own ankles.
No. I'm talking about during the game, he was backpedaling and fell backwards and literally bruised his coccyx.
Oh, so that's what I was about. Oh man.
Yeah. So, any funny stories where you guys busted your ass?
Actually, yes, 100%. I do.
Huh?
This was when I still worked at the mall at the FYE in Lake Forest.
Oh
And
my God, you're going
nigga,
back.
let me tell you. So like me and my boy were out on a mission. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my boy D, we be out getting that bread. Like, listen, I got like $20 little. Let's go eat. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where we eating. We on the hunt. I don't know where we were, but we were on the 355. It was icier than a bitch. It was so like it was winter. And we're walking down 355 heading to my job or for some shit. I don't know why. And for some fucking reason, I think I can hop onto this like steel grate. And I'm a big guy. So when I land, I don't stick the landing and my feet fall from right under me and I fall on that steel like just like at like the speed of light and I can't move. I'm just like just like the pain shooting through my body. And my boy's like, get the fuck up. We have to get going because like it's cold as fuck. And it's like you can, even though if it was warm or whatever, you can eat that, whatever. But I had to get back. I had to crawl to my feet. Got like this big ass coat and big old boots on. And I'm just like, my whole rump is just like, fuck you, man. You know what the fuck you did.
Yeah.
I was like, what's wrong with you? Like, my ass. Hurt my ass, man. He's like, what? I'm like, my ass, my fucking ass, bro.
Hurt my ass. I have a funny story about me busting my ass, and it just happened recently.
Oh, shit.
It happened Tuesday. So
Not
Tuesday, I go out with my friend, female friend, and I say, "Oh, fuck it, let's just go skating, right? We go roller skating." So I'm going out on the floor. I'm getting my feet back. I haven't skated in like
bounce.
I haven't skated in like 15 years, my nigga. Like it's been a minute. Like first of all, my calves is burning like a bitch. And I'm just like, what the fuck? This hurts. But I'm like, no, I shouldn't go skating. I said I know how to skate a little bit. I'm gonna fucking skate. So I go on the floor. It didn't help that I was tipsy. So I go on the floor and I'm skating, and I'm catching my little, I'm saying, I'm getting my rhythm back.
Mm-hmm.
So then I said, oh yeah, I forgot it. Let me speed the hell up.
No, bro.
So I'm speeding up. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Stand on my feet. I'm like, all right, I got it. Let me just get off. So I'm skating. I get off the floor, thinking I'm good. Like, okay, I'm off the floor. I'm good. I can stop now. So I'm like, I remember how to brake. You gotta kill them because you get the rental skates. You got to brake on the front. You can do the front. I tried to brake. I missed one brake. Almost fall face forward. I'm like,
you ate the shit.
Oh, I'm like, all right, I'm Gucci. Then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Like I missed another break and like my feet went like this. And I was just like, bow. I'm like, oh no.
Man had the hip drop.
And what made it worse, it was like a good group of maybe like 8, 9 people right there watch me bust my ass.
The entire story.
And I turn around and everybody's just like, ah! And I'm just like, but what saved me was I was laughing as I was falling. So it wasn't like an embarrassing thing. It was like I knew my imminent doom. Like I already knew what the hell was getting ready to happen. So I started laughing before I hit the ground.
Nah, like all I could do while hearing that story is just hold my ankle because falling roller skating is how I broke my ankle.
But
that's not my full story though, ironically enough. My busting ass story is a yearly seasonal basis.
Yearly, what?
Where throughout high school, so from 9th grade to my senior year, it has snowed.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
There has been one day, all it takes usually, one day, where it would be frozen, cold, and icy outside.
Yes.
Terrible.
And the bus is pulling up right behind my house at the bus stop.
No.
and I see the bus from my mom's window while
Oh,
coming.
you gotta run
Oh,
to
you're
catch that
figgity
bitch.
figgity fucked.
You gotta run to catch that bitch.
And when like I come out of my front door and buck a right, there's like 3 steps, like it's 3 like fat steps or whatever that lead up to the sidewalk or whatever. And once you hit the sidewalk and hit the turn or whatever, boom, you pretty much home free. Well, I stepped out.
Today.
I grabbed my book bag, grabbed my shit, kicked out of the house. Skirt, whoop, 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 skirt, shoop, boom. Every single fucking time.
Without fail.
And it sucked because by my junior year, it became a running gag to the point where I was be on the bus and would see me coming up the steps, like vaguely coming up steps, and would beg the driver to stop. There's one more, just so they could wait and watch it happen.
Popcorn ready and everything. Like, I didn't go bust his ass again this year.
Like, here you go. Ah, he did it again.
Shots for the boys.
Yeah, man.
Verda.
That is hilarious.
However, number 3, free agency has been overwhelming.
Absolutely.
That's all I got for you as far as that go. Kenny,
listen, it's been so much activity going on in this free agency. Like Kenny Galladay just signed for like 4 years, $72 million. Ask me how I feel about that.
well, let's actually circle back around free agency because I want Ducky here for the other side of this pin count.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, before you go, Doug, I know we're holding you up. Deshaun Watson is being sued for alleged assault.
Okay, I've heard a little bit about this because I follow a few sport folks on Twitter. I've heard that there are 3 people accusing him.
We're up to 9 now.
Yeah, I say the number
9 people.
That was up to 9.
Oh my god! Because the dudes on my feed are like insinuating that they're trying to like tarnish his because he's stepping down from the team, correct? Or he's getting traded.
Yeah,
he
wants to be traded from Houston.
He just wants out of Houston.
He doesn't want to play for Houston.
He just wants the fuck out of Houston.
And I've read some, and I don't know
because he just signed a 7-8 year contract extension for $100 or so million. So no, he's not going anywhere as far as Houston management goes because if you try to trade him, he costs too much to trade off. And then if you release him, he's going to cost a lot to be released. So he's stuck there.
And also, I don't know if you were going this route with it, Duck, but I've seen some reports that a lot of the lawyers that represent these clients, they're close to ownership of the Houston Texans. So it kind of makes it a little sketchy.
All right.
Not to mention that he's like a questionable character as it is, from what I'm saying, from what people are saying.
Talking about Bob McNair? Oh yeah, he's totally racist.
No, not Bob McNair. The lawyer Tony Busby.
Oh yeah, he's racist as fuck too.
So I can't.
He's very questionable, and he rubs elbows with brass.
But basically, this situation makes Deshaun Watson's situation a catch-22. He don't want to be in Houston. However, it's like I can only think of 2 teams that is willing to take somebody that has been in spotlight in a negative spotlight in recent months or years, and one of those teams has recently re-signed their quarterback for a multi-$100 million deal.
We're talking about Pittsburgh?
No, Dallas. I didn't want to say it because Kenny hates them, but yeah, that's him. Those are one of the teams. The other team, Vegas,
And you
which I
know what's
like.
crazy? I see reports that we inquired about Deshaun Watson, even while this was going on. Somebody eat.
Listen, man, like
Shut the fuck up and take Jalen Hurts before y'all end up trying to get Nick Foles back.
I hate to burst his bubble. I hate to burst their bubble, but there are reports about him coming back to back up Jalen Hurts, which cycle fucking continues, and I'm very upset. And I'm not even in the city of Philadelphia. I can only imagine how it feels to be in the city if you're really following leaders.
Yeah, that's the NFC East for you. So
I'll probably hear more about that when that shit starts back up again. All I'll say about this is that first of all, as usual, fuck you, Roger Goodell. That's the first thing I'm gonna fucking say. As a non-football watching ass nigga, fuck you, Roger Goodell. It's quiet for you. It's so gross to see just like the mistreatment of women and other other people and their trauma being like just like paraded around in regards to like this person and millions of dollars on the table and shit like that. It's like it's deplorable.
yeah.
And me like at me in my home, it's like I hear about one person claiming abuse and it's like stop everything. Like this shit gets sorted out immediately because like we know how much of a circus such a case can be. Now there are 9 cases. I only thought there were 3. The fact that it's increased is just like, like 1 should be enough, but like the fact that there's more than 5, come on, bro. Like
it's like for me personally, right? One, it's disputable for me, right? It makes me go, all right, yeah, a woman has cried wolf before, but mathematically speaking, how often does that happen? So it's already not looking good for you with 1, all right? So, but after 2, oh boy,
money's off the table.
Might have
Like
done it.
fuck a contract.
And this is
at this point, I'm thinking you did it now.
and this is where it gets where I like have to give a hot take, and it gets sketchy for me because like, excuse me, Deshaun Watson's been in the league for what? Maybe like 3 years now, going on 3, right?
Yeah.
And like, I find it not to what's the word I'm looking for? To discredit those women that have made allegations or anything like that, but it's always a thing in the back of my mind. Like it's always sketchy to me. Like the moment that he wants out of Houston, these women come out with these allegations. Not saying that we shouldn't validate it as allegations or investigative allegations because women's opinions should be, valued, and the things that they say should be taken into consideration because shit happens. This shit happens, and it's a real fact that takes place. But the only thing with me is like, one, this happens once he requests a trade out of Houston. 2, the 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 lawyer that I represented, the majority of these women are really close to Bob McNair. So automatically my conspiracy theory mind starts running like, damn, what the fuck? Like now all of a sudden it goes from 3 to 9 because these women are being represented by the same fucking lawyer now, and they're also close to Bob McNair. Are they trying to keep him like, you know what I'm saying? And this is the kind of shit that happens in the NFL. Like motherfucking owners would do some crazy shit like that just to make sure they don't lose what they feel is like their property, right?
Yeah.
Like, because at the end of the day, they don't value these players as human beings; they value them as property.
Sure. That's
so.
One side of the fence.
Because of that, like, and again, I'm only giving this out because it needs to be addressed because the shit takes place more often than not. But also on the same side, it's like if you got more than 5 people accusing you of shit, we really gotta look at you.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm not saying anything like it's just causing me to like perk my ears up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Man,
what really perked my ears up was the allegation story. Because at first it was just, he like, demanded I grope him or, something, savage like that. But then there was an actual account and a full on story. And it made me go, ooh, that's not a good look
And
for doing
not to
all
seem
the right
like
things.
not to like be a negative Nancy or you know what I'm saying to like try to like go against what these people are saying. But how easy is it to make up a story? You know what I mean? Like
we can't go there. We
it's
can't
just
go there.
it's just a really fit.
That's not our. It's not.
I'm only bringing it up because it's a really thin line that we walk on. I'm not saying to discredit the stories because that's not a thing we want to do in today's society. That's not something that we want to. That's not how we want to operate. That's not how we want to behave. But there have been previous cases where people have made up stories on people.
I mean,
I'm only bringing it up because these are the kind of things that take place in the NFL because a lot of these owners, again, look at these players as property, and a lot of these owners will do a lot of things, anything like unspeakable things to like protect their property and their brand. That's the only thing I'm getting at.
But it's also like I said, right? Yeah, a woman, women have, been known to cry wolf before, but again, given the math, how often does that happen versus it actually being the truth? Know what I mean?
yo, um,
So, so
let me.
it's not.
This is just a really like thin line to walk on. That's
Okay,
all.
all right. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna bounce. It's
All
like
right.
we we tread dangerous waters, even having the fucking conversation because
Sure.
it's just it's like it's trauma that we are likely never to like experience, and I sincerely don't wish this kind of trauma on even my worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if I am Deshaun Watson's his name,
Yes.
if I if my career means as much as he claims that it does for all this fucking money, like I will be willing to throw it all away for the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so like
That's
if
really
I'm
good.
him, it's like fuck the career, fuck the contracts. Like
My name. My
let's sort that out. You know what I'm saying? Let's put like the well-being and the safety of the victims over everything because to even like to go public with like your assault and your like your testimony, your trauma, like people who like worship football will try to harm you, will try to harm your family and your friends. And so like I pray that like they're gonna drag this fucking shit out because of all this fucking money and shit for like the publicity and shit. That's fucking disgusting. Like for this for shit
That,
like this is the reason why we fucking kneel every fucking day.
yeah.
yeah.
We watch all these sports and shit and like to tune into sports radio and like consider the stats and such. This is why we fucking kneel. We're gonna be kneeling for the rest of our fucking lives at this fucking rate.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
man, it's just in my heart of hearts, it's like I don't want to like give any credence to like folks with ulterior motives in regard to this kind of shit. You know what? Do you remember when fucking that fucking Ray Rice shit happened?
Yes.
And I'll even expose myself. I definitely wasn't as progressive as I was right now when that Ray Rice shit went down. I was like, I guarantee that most people when they heard about that shit heard, oh, they went to counseling together. Oh, like they're gonna work on things. When the conversation should have been no, 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 no. Like we can't let this bull play anymore. And there was
And
that
that's
whole
what happened.
no more ad campaign they fucking leaned into for years. All that shit means fucking nothing if the longer this shit drags on, just like further establishes how full of shit the NFL is. You know what I'm saying? Like this is why I can't get down with like this shit anymore. I like in the past, I only cared about watching the halftime show, having a good as time. And this year, I couldn't even do that considering the weekends, like sketchy like lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And like and like congrats to you for getting the publicity. Congrats to Hove for getting it bad, becoming a billionaire and shit. But like this shit comes at the expense of our souls. And like I for one just can't like be a party to that. And that's, you know, again, like I like as the non-sports nigga, I'm gonna shut my fucking mouth. I'm gonna listen to these fucking experts, and I'm especially gonna listen to these fucking women. Like fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like we got Chris Brown. Chris fucking Brown is out here getting remix tracks from every motherfucker in the game on the radio right the fuck now. You niggas can't tell me shit.
I'm so tired of Chris Brown, but I'll say this, right?
That's what he do all day long.
Deshaun Watson up to this point has done everything right. Like he's been the model citizen. You know what I mean? That's why this entire allegation is a huge shock. But that's
how perpetrators work.
Yeah,
they hide in plain sight. Clark Kent looking motherfuckers.
Like he got in front of it, you know, with a tweet, you know, saying that he is looking forward to clearing his name. So like, everything about the situation is murky. However, my thing is this: I would rather believe the victim, and you know, when I realized that, you know, when, you know, it comes out that she cries wolf, I just simply go, all right, well, something needs to be done about her crying wolf then to not believe the victim and it actually happened and feel like an asshole about it. You know what I mean?
Hey, like if like what's going on is at like if what's happening here is just like racist and misogynistic men trying to manipulate like players and like innocent bystanders just to get like the results they want to make more money, like just destroy these fuckers' careers. Like just like man, like the NFL is powered by its fans. Like people want to go to these games, they want to watch the games, they want to bet on the games. Like we get to fucking decide how this shit goes. And so you know, like with the whole like listen, with the whole shut up, listen, and like open your wallet, like close your fucking wallets, y'all. Like if this shit means a lot to you, like if your favorite teams and players are involved, it's like it's this sports shit is like directly tied to this politics shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to decide. Like you're the fucking ref. So just like consider like you know, it's like don't pay attention to none of that unverified shit. Don't listen to these fuckers who hate women, who don't want to believe victims. Like it should be very, very obvious. Well, no, let me not say obvious. Like it's simpler than you think. And I'm hoping for the best. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just tired of niggas getting COVID on the football field, personally. I'm tired of motherfuckers like contracting, going to these fucking games. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, here's the thing, right? You know how this country is completely economy driven to where, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Well-being be damned. Yeah. So the thing is, these players actually do want to play. Why? Because they love the game.
Yeah.
Also, because they don't have anything else to do other than play the game. Yeah, they got advertisements, they can do commercials and go on and talk show interviews and so on and so forth.
Fucking stream.
Working out and hanging out with their family, which I don't really want to do that. So like they really want to play. And the second thing is there are TV deals. These TV deals need to be met. Otherwise, it's breach of contract. And it fucks up the NFL's money. And if that fucks up the NFL's money as an organization, guess who money it also fucks up? Everyone within the umbrella of the NFL. So it has to happen. People are going to still catch COVID. Number 14, Abilene Christian beats number 3 Texas in the NCAA tournament. That's fucking wild.
Three words, my boys. Three words, my boys.
And
Negro Football League.
Yeah. That's just how it's gonna roll. Like it is gonna be what it is. And I've accepted it. It's just I just wish there was some safer way. And I know they're being as safe as possible, but
it will be safer someday soon. That's for fucking sure.
That's for true.
Yay, science.
Yeah, please don't give up on science. I know I'm not good at science, but
you don't have to be. That's the best part.
I respect science. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a fond respect for science, like a fond respect for guns. So yeah. Final call before you go, Duck.
Oh man, the usual, man. Like drink more water. Fauci is saying niggas be wearing 2 masks when they step out. So like we're like the drippy John and we're like the medical one. If you can, please. Man, it really blew my mind when last time I was in Maryland that like I could buy a mask for 75 cents. You niggas are spending shit on your masks. Like there should be a box of the shit at everyone's fucking door. And like, no, like I went to the CVS in my mom's neighborhood because a nigga was with me and didn't have no goddamn mask. I paid less than $1 for like one of them flimsy ass little Johns. So I
don't want flimsy. I want some actual protection.
And 100%. But you know, these rich motherfuckers are buying all the K95s. So like with that in mind, if it's possible, double up. But at the least, nose, mouth, cover that shit. Beg of y'all, like not y'all, of course, because y'all fucking know better. But like these dickheads out here on the block, no nosing, like chin strapping, cut that shit out. They want to kill us. You know what I'm saying? Remember that fucking shit when Vanessa Hudgens was like, I know that like people are gonna die, but like, isn't it inevitable? Like, that's the fucking federal government. They want niggas to die. We are going to live in spite of them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cameron, niggas die every day, B.
And not to mention that African Americans have the highest number of cases of COVID-19 in every fucking.
Hey man, I'll say this and I'm a dip. My partner sent me a news clip of luchadors in Mexico pulling up on niggas and putting masks on them, like spraying them and putting the mask, like grabbing them niggas, like, hey, put this motherfucking mask on, man, cover your motherfucking nose, man, and just keeping it pushing. Like, if it's gotta be that way, that's what I want to do, honestly, because you niggas think it's not cute. And like, I want, like, you may not give a fuck about your life, but your grandmama do. You know what I'm saying? So like, for their sake, like, do better. Like, this is our fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, let me be a little bit morbid. Like, I never knew my father's mother. She died before I was born at 57. And in January, my dad died at 57. I'm going to be fucking 60 years old. I'm not going to go before 57. And I want to get past 67. So fuck, let's for their sake. Like, I have no idea what's like waiting for us past 30. Like, with the world of where it's going and shit. But like, I want to fucking see it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be here to react. I want to be here with y'all at episode 235 of the Gorilla Gang podcast. So like, let's do everything in our fucking power to do that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I didn't think I'd see past 27. Here I am, pushing 30. So yeah, a lot of
Gotta make
optimism
it
going on this end as well.
for the fucking ancestors, man. Like, I love you guys. Like, I love you guys with my whole heart, and I'm so thankful to be here to laugh with y'all and just like talk about this shit. Someone's got to talk about it, so I'm glad it's us. You know.
Absolutely. And sure, we've powered through some rough patches this episode, but it needed to be done. Like it had to be done in order to get to where we need to be overall. And hopefully people listen past that point instead of going, oh no, they're canceled, because that'd be stupid. But um
Honestly, Los, I think we can end it off that like with final thoughts right here because this
yeah,
whole episode has been like pretty insightful. If I can give my opinion.
well, yeah. All right, yeah, let's do that. My final thought is this though. At, at this point, it's 12:37. It's now
Damn.
March 21st.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Kanaz.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
big bro.
Knez.
My little brother
Also,
turned.
not to
My
cut you
little
off.
brother
Oh, the little baby,
turns
man.
26 today.
Also,
So
not to cut you off. Happy belated birthday, Pops. March 15th was my dad's birthday.
yes, happy belated birthday to him. Rest in peace.
Birthday, Chester Bennington.
But yeah, Kanaz turns 26 today. I'm proud of the little guy. He's going to get a
Yeah,
massage.
dude.
Probably. I hate you.
I
So
am,
thirsty.
man. I am. I kind of look up to Kanaz. I do.
I know the feeling in my soul.
No.
Our youngest is 6'5". I'm like, God damn.
Well,
Damn, I wish I had a brother to know how that feels.
I'm the tallest
You
person.
do. You do.
Kanez, he got his shit together for the most part.
Someone's gonna.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
So
handle these dishes, man. Y'all get some rest.
All right, man, take it easy.
be easy, Ducky.
Can't wait to
Love
do this
you.
again sometime soon.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
joining us again.
Yes, it's been a long time coming. I'll see y'all in April, man.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Adios.
And with that being said, Kenny, bring it on home.
My final thought is this. I think we should really respect everybody's life and opinion because, like, you never know what somebody's going through on the other side. Like, and Los, bringing this up with you, you said something to me the other day, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. So I just had to address it because in today's society with everything going on, people have HIV. I have a lot of friends that have HIV that are undetectable, right? And it doesn't prevent them from living, normal lives. So you said something to me, it's like, why, what make you mess with someone with HIV, right? And knowing that what I know about the disease and how some folks are undetectable, some folks aren't, but they're taking their medicine, they still have the right to their life too. You know what I mean? So as long as you're like being safe with it and you know your status and you know what's going on, you shouldn't look at people that have HIV any different. You know what I mean? And this isn't an indictment on you because you know what I'm saying? You have your opinion, people don't want to catch the disease. I understand that. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But the same way that we support LGBTQIAs and Asians, Asian love, you know what I'm saying? You gotta remember the folks that are dealing with HIV too, because they get the same stigma that other worse for like, oh, I can't do that. And if somebody doesn't have the education about it, you know what I'm saying? They won't want to shake their hand. They won't want to give them a hug. If they're like a family member, they won't want to kiss them on the cheek. You know what I mean? They won't want to do those things like that. The virus isn't contracted like that. You know what I mean? So you have to be really aware of how the virus operates, how you can contract the virus, You know what I'm saying? Open wounds, things like that. You don't want to mess with blood, saliva, things like that. You know what I mean? So all that to say is just be educated when you're like dealing with stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because all these things are important. And nowadays, the way that medicine is, people that have HIV live long lives. You know what I mean? Like they're able to like live lives successfully. They're able to keep going and pushing. You know what I'm saying? And those are intendable to keep the viral load down, which means you can't pass the disease through sex. You know what I mean? So, and excuse me, the chances of contracting the disease from those people are very low. And if someone really cares about you and they really do that, you know what I mean? They'll let you know what the status is and they'll do everything in their measure to protect you. And plus, there are medicines like PrEP and post exposure, you know what I'm saying? Paralysis, I think that's the word, that can protect you from the disease if you're not, even if you're not dealing with someone that has HIV, right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you just want to protect yourself because you never know what someone has, you can go on PrEP, you know what I'm saying? And those things can help you out. So, all I'm saying is, if anybody is paying attention and watching us that is worried about the status, you test it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with getting tested, knowing your status. It doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, you have to feel some type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know, you know what I'm saying? Because you can contract the disease, you know what I'm saying, and not even know that you contracted it. You know what I'm saying? You can get something simple as a tattoo, and the tattoo artist doesn't clean the needle properly, you know what I'm saying? And they give it to somebody that's HIV positive, and the blood is on the needle, and they don't clean it properly, and because tattoo needles pierce your skin, so they get into your bloodstream. So if you're not careful with that, you can contract it that way. You know what I'm saying? There's many ways you can contract it without dealing with someone that has the disease. So just be mindful, test it. If you're really worried about contracting disease, once you get tested, you make your status, PrEP. You know what I'm saying? Like it's many ways to protect yourself, even if you don't have the disease. Like, and it doesn't mean that you're worried about contracting disease somebody dealing with. You just take extra precautions, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So just really be mindful of that. And again, you know what I'm saying? I didn't address this with you at the time, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it was just a passing thought. But knowing that I have friends that have a disease and I know like they give me like education on those things, I just wanted to let people know that there are measures you can take, you know what I'm saying, to protect yourself even without the disease. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Like, it's very nice of you to be insightful for this episode, seeing as how we're being insightful all episode. This is one of the most insightful episodes we've had in a long time, actually. I want to go back to be funny next week, but god damn it, who's between now and next week that's going to have us in this mood again? Like,
listen, we were funny for pre-show, okay? Direct deposit, 1400, me at the park. And I don't want it closing after dark.
shit. All right, there we go. All right.
There you go.
We'll end that on a high note. Bring it on home, Kenny.
My name is Kenneth Whitaker, aka Hendrick, so being original on the Millennium Falcon. I've been flying this vessel here better than everybody in this shit galaxy. You know what to do. And that's exactly what I want to do, because I approve. Ooh, yeah. I approve in this galaxy.
24, 25.
That's right. That's right. And because you wanted to be funny, I won't bring up who I normally bring up to make you angry because it will be funny. Okay, last place that I do not. This is a try. Like you try me, you will. Buy me every PS5 that you use your hands on so I can give it to the homies. Man, I love school PS5. So make sure you buy that. Get that. Turn on our Patreon.
I gotta jump through hoops about this PS5. I'm buying the next box. Fuck this shit. I'm not doing the most to buy a fucking console. If I got the money right now, I need to be able to buy it right now. If I can't buy it right now, and the time that I am able to buy it, I don't have the money for it. Hey, fuck it, we tried. Like, hey, I got bills to pay.
Don't you climb trees, nigga? No, we got bills and shit. Okay.
You feel me? Like,
AKA Mr. Ghost Slick Vodka. And then I have like 6 times I be my girlfriend. And after that, I'll be the Irish chef of Paz and Vage. This nigga said I'll be the Iron Chef of Pound and Vage. The funny thing, that man was stays in the store and tells me, fuck me, look at those nipples. I don't think it's fair that I'm just get to go around flaunting that stuff. I have the higher rate restaurant I get. You know what I do? I tuck my border into the top of my jeans. It looks good and it covers it well. It feels good. It's like a belly butt. And then and he's like, it's like the male camel toe. It's like ball, dick, ball.
that whole tangent just was disgusting. Was
that shit was nasty. He's like, yeah, I know what it is. I know what camel toe is.
Right. That's what I was with it. I was having on that one.
Oh man. AKA not your man, I'm a savage. Oh, yeah. So let me tell you something really quickly, G. The pandemic has gotten people confused. Man. They don't understand that the Nacho Man is always at the top of the game. So when the Nacho Man makes an appearance, you better cherish your noodles and your Billy's. Yeah, because the one thing the Nacho Man knows, G, that a thought is always on the lurk in the bushes. Maybe outside his house, trying to figure out what the Nacho Man's eating for dinner, but what the Nacho Man's not eating for dinner is a Thought's favorite meal, yeah. And a Thought's favorite meal, Nacho Man, is the Nacho Man's money, G. And a Nacho Man can't throw it to give away the Nacho Man's money because Nacho Man isn't as wealthy as people think. I'm a little bit of hard times, I got laid off in the midst of the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? And the Nacho Man can collect employment, G. So what I need for you to do,
Bussy Rhodes, right?
I need you to go ahead and call Vincent Black Man and tell him that the Nacho Man is in dire need of funds. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Nacho Man, I'm a Savage, live from his living room. The lights are off. The electricity is off. I don't even know if this thing is on. Back to you, Gorilla.
Who stole my unemployment? Yeah. That may be one of the funniest promos I've done as Nacho Man. That shit.
Nacho Man is down bad. Like
hit hard times like Bussy Rhodes. Yeah, dig it.
Yeah, it's it.
I hate to see it. AKA the very sexual, the very tight,
very tight. Yes.
Austin Powers Faja.
Wait, it's Faja?
That is Faja.
Oh, Factor.
First things first. 20 years out of phone call. Nobody stands up. Fox and Cleopatra. Where have you been? Go ahead, Austin. And good luck. The man is Austin Powers like he was Fox and Cleopatra. That shit was hilarious.
That kiss was like a good 30 seconds long. I was like,
right, he was really going in. I was like, bro, I'm uncomfortable watching this. Don't know how that feels. AKA Vincent Kennedy Black Man. Yeah. Now that I've seen AEW Revolution pay-per-view and that boring ass, cheap ass explosion that they called an explosion, but was really 4th of July sparklers, I'm gonna show you what real pyro looks like. So get Roman Reigns, get Shawn Michaels, get Goldberg. Who else had pyro? I can't think of anybody that had pyro. Get Edge and get Ric Flair as he retired at that WrestleMania. That number I can't remember. We're gonna have ourselves an extreme pyro match, and it's gonna take place where, Carlos?
Listen, it has to happen outside because the fire marshal won't allow it inside your office.
In my outside office. And because I'm so rich, I can have myself an outside office, Carlos. Because that's just what you do when you decide to dominate cable television for over 30 plus years. Doing something that my father could never do. And once I get tired, I'm going to take it back inside of my inside office and each and every one of you. People are going to believe in what Vincent Kennedy McMahon can do because I'm going to inject a lethal poison that you. People are going to call the NWO, but I'm going to call it the Vince McMahon Show. And once I set off this pyro at the new WrestleMania that I'm going to keep making 2 nights because the pandemic has forced me to do something different. People are going to hate me more than true wrestling fans hate that Roman Reigns can control his own gimmick.
I hate it here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the alcohol has spoke to me.
I'm bringing it the fuck home because it's been a 2-hour goddamn episode. And I planned this shit for be less than an hour. Ain't that about a bitch? However,
You people.
I am Carlos Crawford, aka making a rumor that wait, shit. I forgot to do the music Charlie one. God damn it. All right, so we're just gonna make one up. Let's bring out the original one. Flying down to the ring on a zip line, it's chin music, Charlie. Yeah, it's almost 1 in the fucking morning. What do you want from me? AKA Thick Flair. Whether you like it or don't like it, learn to love it because we're the best thing going today.
Woo!
AKA
I felt that one.
Motherfuckers thought they had it on like I tell them open the safe. A hoe, I put a hoe in her place. They show me love all the time. Motherfucker, it ain't nothing to rhyme. Got my tax bracket cracking, filling W9s out. AKA Gelato Graham. I only abused Mary Jane. I wouldn't hurt a fly. Just in case. AKA the Idiom Savant. Benefit of the doubt, Kenny. It all comes back to the opening of the episode. To bring it all full circle. We got to stop giving these white people the benefit of the doubt. However, to bring it on home, AKA Haystack West. You too, Falta Bear.
Yep. That was a hell of a big one, too.
Yeah, I'll never forgive Sheriff for that bounty. That damn bear was the bounty's friend. What's that about? It's like this. What is it again? Sativa? Sativa. It doesn't make me loopy. But I know that I am entirely too high for this story. See, you're not bad after all. All we needed was a little bit of team building. Because listen, Bianca, Sheriff gets us to a lot of unusual bounties that will go tits up with any other hunters. But you have a knack for this. Sometimes you even get to feel that outlaw bloodthirst. It's honest work. The rewards are beating or robbing a stagecoach. And the risk is always fun. Sometimes we use Missy to beat the law around a bit. I have to say, you boys don't look smart, but you've got to figure it out. It also beats getting hanged. Right? Yeah, I don't know what I do with the remote, so fuck it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been episode 131.
Like, comment, subscribe to us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
Asian lives matter.
Asian lives matter indeed.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter indeed.
Hispanic lives matter.
All lives indeed.
And all lives will matter, and still those lives matter. That's how that works.
You know what I meant to say. Thank you for clarifying that.
You're welcome. We're off this.
We out.